Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. This time it's my 5-star predictions. This video series was started by Mercy at Mercy's Bookish Musings and spread across booktube, so I really wanted to do one of my own. Later this week I will upload a video on my star rating system, so I will link that down below once it's online. And but basically a 5-star means to me instant all-time favorite, so you really have to live up to that standard. So those books on here have really high expectations, and I chose them based on the fact that if those books don't get 5 stars, I will lose all my hope in literature. Probably not that dramatic, but we will see. The first one is A Single Man by Christopher Isherwood. Now, I obviously don't know too much about the story, but at least so much that I've picked it up. So this is a story of this English professor called George, who has to deal with the loss of his partner Jim, or his lover Jim, and it says with devastating clarity and humor, and that's a description you can instantly sell me with. So I really look forward to this book, mainly because of the writing style, but of course also because it's an exploration of a very human emotion of grief, and I really enjoy those types of books. I really enjoy those calm observations of one person's experience of emotions. So again, A Single Man by Christopher Isherwood. Please, please, please be good. I will say that to every book, so we can make sure it will be good. The next one is quite an unusual one for me, but it's John Wyndham's The Day of the Triffids in this gorgeous Penguin Classics edition, which you will see many others because I just adore those editions. And now I will read you the back because that's what sold me personally. When Bill Mason wakes up blindfolded in hospital, there is a bitter irony in his situation. Carefully removing his bandages, he realizes that he's the only person who can see. Everyone else, doctors and patients alike, have been blinded by the meteor shower. Now, with civilization in chaos, the Triffids, huge, venomous, large, rooted plants able to walk, feeding on human flesh, can have their day. The Day of the Triffids, published in 1951, expresses many of the political concerns of its time. The Cold War, the fear of biological experimentation, and the man-made apocalypse. And its dark vision of a desolated world infested by deadly monstrous plants has lost none of its power to horrify. Now, this might sound unusual from what you have seen on the channel, but I mentioned in my BuzzFeed, that's something different, Buzzword video, which I will also link down below, that I love books based on destruction, so dystopias or anything that talks about a destructive or a deconstructed society. And from what I can tell here, this is what's happening and what's going on here, so it's on the list. Now, next is actually an author, and it's Margaret Drabble. I think no, that was wrong. Now, this is the correct way, I guess. I have here The Needle's Eye, Jerusalem the Golden, and The Seven Sisters, again in the gorgeous Penguin Classics edition, Penguin Modern Classics edition. I discovered this author from the list 1001 Books to Read Before You Die. She was mentioned on there. I'm not sure with which book, but I will read you like the small blurbs down below just to express why I chose it. Margaret Drabble captures perfectly the alienation and moral difficulties that great wealth can bring, and the blessings of personal morality in a tangled world. It's what it says on The Needle's Eye, which is a story of Rose, who had a very rich family, and but is now divorcing her husband, and he is taking legal actions against her, and so it's a story of rebuilding her life. Then for the Seven Sisters, it says, in The Seven Sisters, Margaret Drabble captures the wonder of second chances with dry wit, honesty, and immaculate observation. And if you say observation, I will buy it immediately. This is the story of Candida Wilden, who has been ignored by her husband and children for years and is replaced by a younger woman. And it's her story of finding herself and finding new friends, or re-finding old friends from, it says, childhood, married life, and after. And it goes through the cities of Naples, Tunis, as well as Pompeii, and it's just, and it says where her grey life can blossom into one of colour and adventure. And it's just, I think this one will definitely be a 5-star, if the others not. And Jerusalem the Golden says, in this captivating story of growing up and moving on, Margaret Drabble explores what it means to leave a disregarded childhood and family behind. So this is the story of Clea, who meets the Denham family and is dazzled by their affection, and it tells like the story of what happens during this time. Then the next one is this one, again in the Penguin Modern Classics, Who is Surprised? Eudora Welty's The Golden Apples, and these are like interconnected stories from Morgana, Mississippi, and the different people living in that town. Again, I mentioned in my Buzzwords video that anything to do with towns, or if it says it's an observation on a town, I will buy immediately and love immediately. And this is one of those stories. So fingers crossed. Let's hope it will good. It will be good. Then the next one is Agostina by Alberto Moravia. I came across this book on Cliff's channel, called Better Than Food Book Reviews. I'm sure you know his channel, but a lot of people in Italy highly recommended to me this author, so I picked it up. And it's basically about this 13-year-old boy called Agostino, and his story of like dealing with a new love of his mother, if I'm sure, and he's like spending the summer in the Toscana, the place he lives in, and how he deals with those new situations. It's a small book, which is always great, because I found that in smaller books the author really captures the story in few words, which helps to transport emotions in a really clear and authentic way, in my opinion. And this particular edition is translated by Michael F. Moore. Yeah, and it's Italy. It's a coming of age story. It's summer. It's an observation on a young boy's life. It's all I want in a book. So again, let's hope it's good. But like basically any book that Cliff recommends is great. This book I saw on Jen's channel, on Jen Campbell. I will link her channel down below, but again, I'm sure you know her already. And this is Bluets by Maggie Nelson in a really, really gorgeous copy. So this is basically just her musings, or just the musings on the color blue and her like observations on it, and the writing style. I've read parts of it and it's just beautiful, and it ticks all my boxes, so I really hope this one will be good as well. So now definitely let me know if you've read this book or any of these books, and if you didn't like them, not just write down that you didn't like them, please also let me know why, because sometimes I think just because one person likes an aspect of a book doesn't mean that the other person doesn't enjoy this aspect, or it could be that this aspect is something that the other person really enjoys. So if you didn't like some of the books, definitely let me know why, because I might enjoy them for the exact reason. Or if you have not read it and plan to, maybe we can buddy read a book. So yeah, definitely let me know all those things, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!